On February 7th, 1951, Hill 180. The staring into the teeth of a blizzard and a dug-in enemy that didn't know the meaning of quit. Captain Lewis Millett looked at his Wolfhounds, his grunts and his NCOs, and he saw the frustration of a stalemate. Millett had read an enemy document claiming that Americans were afraid of hand-to-hand combat, that we were soft. He decided right then and there to give them a lesson they'd never live to forget. He didn't call for more air support. He stood up in the frozen mud, pulled that cold steel from his hip and clicked it onto the lug of his M1. He looked at Easy Company and said, "We're going up that hill. Any man who doesn't want to go, stay here." Not a single man stayed, because when a wolfhound barks, the devil himself gets out of the way. Fix bayonets! Fix bayonets! Fix bayonets! Fix bayonets! The Bayonet Division was hungry for a fight, moving through the frozen air in the early morning light. The 27th was howling, the Wolfhounds on the prowl against the Chinese fire and the winter's bitter growl. Captain Millett turned around with anger in his eye and fire in his soul. He pointed to the summit where the Red Star banners flew. We ain't wasting lead today, we're doing this by hand. We're gonna drive the cold steel through every commie we find. So charge, you wolfhounds, and let the bastards know there's nowhere on this peninsula that a seventh man won't go. With a middle finger to the commies lifted and a blade of shining red, white and blue. We're the kings of Hill 180 and we're coming straight for you. Fix bayonets! He charged into the tracers with the rifle in his grip, a roar of pure defiance on his bloody frozen lip. They scrambled up the ridgeline through the mortar and the lead, leaving nothing but the silence and the rows of broken dead. No victim in the 7th, no sorrow in the soul, just a bunch of grunts and NCOs taking back control. They cleared out every bunker with a thrust and with a scream, the absolute embodiment of a red, white and blue dream. So charge, you wolfhounds, and let the bastards know there's nowhere on this peninsula that a seventh man won't go. With a middle finger to the commies lifted and a blade of shining red, white and blue. We're the kings of Hill 180 and we're coming straight for you. They said it couldn't be done. They said the age of the blade was over. But on that hill, in the freezing mud, the Wolfhound showed them, Americans, go back down! Or the soldier! When the smoke had finally settled and the hill was firmly won, Millett stood atop the crest beneath the morning sun. 50 dead lay in the dirt, all taken by the steel. The power of the Wolfhounds is the only thing that squeals. So remember Hill 180 when the winter starts to bite, and remember how the 7th won the legendary